Paul checks purpose alignment with your wallet. Now, we all know he's a great speaker, but he's a great trickster at the same time. As in, he's got a medicine man license, which he got from a guy who's got a criminal record in America, and the Native American Indians hate this guy and they don't like this guy. You can go and Google, I'll put the link below, where you can read it for yourself about his medicine man license. Remember, he's a clairvoyant. To be a clairvoyant, he doesn't have to prove it. But I've asked him to come and visit me as a clairvoyant. If he was a clairvoyant, why didn't he see 9 weeks ago what I intended on doing and sorted it out before it even started? So he's not a very good clairvoyant, is he? Then he says he's a remote viewer. Said that some guys got trapped on a mountain. They drawed their name in blood. I'm sure that's from Cliffhanger, Sylvester Stallone's movie. He remoted viewing them and they saved them and brought them back. Okay, so if that happened, why wasn't it in the Canadian news or the American news when he's world famous in the fitness industry for talking bollocks? So why wasn't it? You've got to think about that. Why is there only 2 photographic evidence of him being in the paratroopers? One of him standing on top of a helicopter, and then the other one is with him with a gun to the side of him like that, with a white writing on it, like as a rifle range, and his eyes are half closed, like as if he's stoned out of his nut. So we all know he likes to smoke cannabis and he likes to smoke tobacco, but he's not addicted, he says. But why does he smoke it in every single video? You won't really see a video of him of 2005, 4, 3, where he hasn't got this tobacco bag and he passes it around to everybody like as if he's in a drug party. It's just unbelievable. And the reason why I named this about getting into your wallet, it will get into your head, then get in your wallet. Get into your head and get in your wallet. And get into your head and get in your wallet. And then if you look at the faculty in the UK, Matt Walden, who's left now, he's head of education, he's left. His business closed in 2021. Then you've got Gavin Jenkins, who's been doing things with his business where he opens a business, closes it, opens a business, closes it, opens a business and closes it. And when you do that, you're doing it to dodge tax, to pay less tax. Then if you look at his HMRC report, having 39,000 in assets when he owns a cottage, an electric car and a huge gym with shit equipment in it. So how can that be true? So you have to think about these things. Paul is a great talker and the stuff that you learn is amazing, but do you really need all that stuff? And this is where he gets into your head and gets in your wallet. Or you need to know anatomy, you need to know the chakras, you need to know the lymphatic system, you need to know the nerve system, you need to know the bones, you need to know the organs, which I understand 100%. But do you need it to be that in depth? I like it that it's that in depth, really, but now they've watered it down to 3 years. So what have they taken out? Then on top of Gavin being a level 4, he didn't renew his level 4 since 2019. Paul hasn't renewed his massage therapy license since 2012. These are the guys who are the head of the institute. Why they're not renewing? Why they're not staying current? So then, before C.H.E.K went down or got taken down, they said it's up for maintenance, but I think that's bollocks. Before they took it down, Gavin was on the homepage on the right-hand side, conflict of interest, because he's already owning the company, to get all the traffic, to get all the leads. And then on top of that, he was a level 5. So he never renewed his license or renewed, where you got to renew yourself every year. He didn't do it since 2019. How many years is that? 7, 8 years? Is it 7 or 8 years? And then all of a sudden, on Chek Connect, he said he was a level 5. And when I pointed out that Lee wasn't a level 5, Matt wasn't a level 5, and who else is there? Warren wasn't a level 5. All of a sudden, a week later, they're all level 5s. So where was their thesis? Where was their all the stuff that they need to become a level 5? So if you're watching this and you're a level 5 and you paid £5,000 to learn level 5 in 5 days with Paul, you've been fucked up the arse. You've been fisted good and proper. Or you may have been pegged. One of the two. Whatever you're into. I'm not into any of that, but I'm using that as a joke. So Gavin using multiple companies, then having 39,000 in assets, and then Paul not renewing his massage license, and then on top of that saying he's a remote viewer. If that story was real, he would be in all the major news magazines. He'd be in every fitness magazine. He would have a massive plaque on the wall, because you know how big his ego is. It's only about that big, innit? But it's about that big, so he can't get through the fucking doorways. That's why they have to be made larger. So you got to remember this. They use brainwashing subtly. Oh, come and join the family. As soon as you agree to join the family, that's when you're locked in. That's when they try and get in your head, then get in your wallet. Get in your head and get in your wallet. Or get in your head, get in your purse. Get in your head and get in your purse. And then the other thing is that the reason why when you go and do a ceremony with Paul or Angie, they get you to take plant medicine. That could be LSD, it could be POTI. I don't think it will be the original plant medicine from Peru, because it has to be made and boiled up for days on end, and you have to get yourself prepared fully, which takes a whole week. So you're going to see Angie and Paul and others to just do an LSD trip, or you're doing a trip. They're getting paid huge amounts of money, deceiving you, because you would get the same effect if you did it on your own, or you did it with your mates in California. Be exactly the same effect. It wouldn't be any different. So in Peru, if you go and see the Peruvian Quero shamans, which I've studied with Alberto Villoldo and got all these books, all these DVDs, I've got anything to do with Alberto Villoldo, they get you prepared over a week. And while you're being prepared, you're not eating meat, you're bathing in flowers, bathing in flowers. You're trying to control the way that you're thinking, not swearing and all that type of stuff, to really get you prepared for the proper ceremony. Then when they give you the plant medicine, there's a doctor on board as well as a shaman, because it can be catastrophic. There's been some reports in America where people die and they don't come back from Peru. They die out there. So this is why the Peruvians are now bringing in doctors when they're doing the ceremonies. But obviously there's gangster shamans that are not doing it 100% correct. And there's the real original Quero shamans. Does that make sense? So it's like in England, if you get a good builder, you get a cowboy builder. The same as you get a good Chek practitioner, and then you get a cowboy Chek practitioner. Like there's people online saying that they're certified. They've never been certified by Paul. Otherwise they'd have a picture with him and they'd have their certificate. But because midget Gavin Jennings is not policing any of it, they want anybody to put Chek practitioner on their website for free marketing. And that's why they don't tell them to take it down, because it's free PR and free marketing. Whereas if the company was brilliant it would have a policeman, a Czech policeman, I'd love to do it, and emailing the people, take it down, otherwise we're going to sue you because you're using our name. You may have done level 1 or HLC, or you might have done up to IMS2, but you're not legally to use, you can't use the name until you get to level 5. Otherwise, if they allow this across the board, it weakens the brand. And it means people like me and other level 5s that are paid up to £30,000 to £40,000, we're getting ripped off. Because you've got a certified guy that's only a level 1 and getting work that you should have got. Do you see my point? So with Gavin, 39,000 in assets. Why is he lying? And why is he doing these multiple companies? And if you don't believe me, go to HMRC, put in Czech Europe, it will all come up and you'll see it. Go and see Manchester Pilates, she's doing the same thing. Go and look at Phil Landers, he's been totally struck off from the Inland Revenue. And then you got Lee Brandon, his business is completely closed, but what he's doing wrong, he's using his home address on his website, but then using a gym address in central London. You can't be doing that. That's tricking the Inland Revenue and Company's House. So lying again. Why are they all fucking lying? Matt Walden is not lying about his business, and neither is Warren Williams. So they're good guys in my view. Does that make sense? But Gavin is doing it totally wrong. So I've gone public with this. You can watch my other video, which is lower down. Click lower down, or it might come up there. So you can understand the whole story on a much deeper level. I got attacked or threatened by Matt Walden, threatened by Phil Landers. Then he stabbed me in the back, telling Gavin that I was really ill during COVID, saying I was mentally ill and I shouldn't get any, saying I was mentally ill, and then Gavin relayed that to students in the class to kill my business. Then with Chek that they've taken down for the time being, I was on there, but I was hidden on page 2. Then when you clicked on my profile, it went back to page 1 to Gavin. Why would you do that to a level 5? That paid all their money, that didn't do anything wrong to anybody. Apart from one person, I didn't give them their money back because it took them 7 weeks to fill out the HLC. So if you're a Czech, you know it should be done in 10 days. Why are you going to wait 7 weeks and then for the person to go, I want my money back? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. There'll be more to come. There's some big things happening in the background, which you will hear about over the next couple of weeks, as well as on Tuesday, if they haven't sorted the issue out, they owe me £50,000, and it's going up incrementally every week until they sort the issue out. So thanks very much for listening. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, please share, please like, and spread the word. Let everybody know what they've been doing from a spiritual, caring, loving institute who wants